All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Mosley.
Good afternoon.
We're going to get on the record in your case, which is 24 SC 000708. You are on probation in that case. You've got 2 years and almost 10 months of probation remaining. And in October of last year, I signed a probation warrant in your case that alleges that in early October, you were arrested by the Atlanta Police Department for aggravated assault. And then a couple months earlier, in August, you were arrested in Clayton County for driving with a suspended license. And then you hadn't done community service, your anger management, kind of messed up on probation in a lot of ways, are the allegations. I think your Clayton charges are still pending, as in nothing's really happened with them. Your aggravated assault got reduced to simple assault. I think you've already pled guilty to that, but Ms. Rios will clear all this up. And we need to figure out, what do we do for someone who was on probation and was supposed to do a bunch of things and didn't do them, wasn't supposed to do some things, but did those. Ms. Rios is here on your behalf, and we have Ms. Smith for the state. Ms. Rios, is Mr. Mosley admitting to the arrests and the technical violations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me about those and what you think I ought to do.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mosley, I understand that other case was reduced. When I initially.
Other case meaning the other Fulton case.
The other Fulton case, Your Honor. When I talked to him when he first got arrested, he explained that it didn't happen as they alleged to happen. It was, they're trying to attack the mother of his child, and it was like some altercation. And I think that is why it was reduced. I spoke with his attorney who represented him on that case, Ms. Salisbury, and she told me a while ago that it was reduced. We were just trying to figure out who then now handled his probation revocation. He was supposed to be going to Atlanta Tech before he got arrested. That's what his coach, who's still in his life, Mr. Spears, told me. His mom was also here, Miss Jenkins. He's supporting trying to support his 11-month-old child. At this point, he's been in for 6 months. And I do understand that he needs to get those things that he was supposed to complete done as soon as he gets out. I believe the 6 months, him being in, is appropriate to revoke those 6 months and give him credit for the time he served. I spoke to Ms. Simpson, and that was her recommendation. And I just ask that you go along with that recommendation, with, of course, reiterating that he needs to get that anger management and community service done as soon as possible.
So Mr. Mosley was on first offender probation. His plea back in April so it was a year ago that you helped him with. You managed to get him first offender, and it sounds like you've not done any community service. Is that right?
I did a little. I just didn't finish.
Okay, you did some, but not all.
It's some, not all.
Got it. Had you taken the anger management course?
She took my PO. She told me she was going to send me the class to start instead of me going to find my own. But she never sent it to me, and I ended up getting arrested.
Before you could take it?
Before I could start, because she told me she was going to send it to me in September, by September 28th. But I ended up getting locked up in October, so I didn't have time to actually join the class.
Got it. Okay. And Ms. Destiny Dowell, remember that name?
Yeah.
You stayed away from her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And who was that a former girlfriend?
Was.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's not the mother of your 11-month-old?
No.
Okay. All right. So your recommendation is revoke 6 months, but credit for time served. And then reinstate the balance and...
Yes, reinstate the balance.
Just get serious about probation?
I wouldn't want to say that he wasn't taking it seriously necessarily. I think, like he said, he was trying to do that. As far as the altercation goes, they pled it down because they were trying to attack him, his his child, I believe, was also in the car. And so, but he wasn't, the reason why he put it down is because he didn't put any gun at anybody. He didn't commit aggravated assault, which is why it was reduced. him being out more, maybe we can do within, 2 months or so that he get those things finished. And Mr. Spears is on the call and he's been really good at staying on him. So I'm going to ask for his help to make sure he gets this done.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Spears, I appreciate your patience this morning being here. We weren't able to get to Mr. Mosley. I think you sat through the Spanish language plea we had. Is there anything you want to add on behalf of Mr. Mosley?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Of course, as Mr. Rios stated, I am still involved with Kamarian. So I am always here to help him get through whatever it is he's getting through. And in the time that he had these incidents going on, I can say he was trying very hard to kind of balance everything that was on his plate. It was kind of new territory for him. I was trying to help navigate through it. He had some outside individuals that wasn't agreeing with, his new way of life and the track that he was on, and he had a lot that was coming at him to derail him from the path that he had chosen to take. That he was actually headed down the right direction, and he still is. He's just waiting to get this behind him, so that he can get on that path. And in order to help Kamarian and actually myself actually purchase a larger place, a larger home, so that I do got room for him to get away from anything that may cause any distractions from him continuing down the path that he was on before these incidents happened. And I will continue to be in his life as a guide, mentor, and help him through these things. I would ask if you would be gracious enough to consider what Mr. Rios is presenting before you. I'm sure he'll continue down the correct path. I know that this was a big wake-up call for him. I've been speaking with him throughout the duration during his time in incarceration. So he's got a lot better understanding of things, and I think we've got a lot better grip on it now. And I ask if you would please be gracious enough to actually hear to what Mr. Rios is presenting. And I appreciate you because you have been lenient towards him and everything, and have been very understanding. And I appreciate you for that and acknowledging, those things. But yes, sir, I'm always here, and I will always be here to assist him and his family, however possible, to make sure that he stays where he needs to be.
All right. Well, thank you for being that resource for Mr. Mosley. I hope he uses it wisely. Ms. Simpson, had there been any other issues? I say any other, there are plenty here, but does the warrant, sometimes the petition has added because there's been an additional thing.
No, Judge, Mr. Mosley does have a new case, but it's not the basis for it because it took place before he pled on this first defendant probation.
Pending in Fulton?
Yes.
Okay.
It's now currently with, not.
Okay. All right. Revoking 6 months, does that trigger you can't get credit for time served, or it's revoking a year?
It's in over 6 months.
Over 6 months. 6 months is that magic line. 6 months and a day, he wouldn't get credit for time served. Woo, just made it. Okay. All right. Ms. Smith, what are your thoughts about Mr. Mosley's situation?
Yes, Judge, the state is in agreement with the prosecution when it comes to this case on revoking 6 months. It is a bit of a concern that the new offenses happened just months after he took this plea. With the new charges and the fact that it was reduced to a misdemeanor and the facts and circumstances of this new violation, the state is okay with the 6 months to revoke. I do understand that the defendant is under first offender probation. At this moment, we're not asking for it to be revoked. However, if the defendant comes back before the court with anything else, just to put on the record that the state will be asking for his first offender status to be revoked.
Okay, I think I will be too. Yeah, so that'd be 3-1. So that might be the winning vote. Plus, the non-complex case may make it all moot. If that's not something that goes away or is reduced to a misdemeanor, I guess technically it could be at 16, 13, whatever we call that type of disposition. But that's not in front of us right now. Mr. Mosley, your young child stays with whom?
Right now, she resides with her mother.
Okay, is that in the Atlanta area?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's local. It's not in Texas or,
Yes, it's in
Okay.
the Atlanta area.
is this a family member of yours right here?
My mother.
Your mom is here. How do you feel how should your mom be feeling right now that you got first offender and then you messed up and you've been sitting in jail for 6 months?
Personally, I wouldn't know how to feel for nobody else. I can only tell you how I feel.
How do you feel for your mom that you've been stuck in jail for 6 months?
I disappointed my mother because I just literally took my first offenders and I turned around not no more than 3 months to get arrested. And
Yeah.
I've been gone from my family. I ain't been able to see my child, not been there for my mother. Ain't no telling what she been going through while I've been in here. Ain't no telling what I've been going through through her head.
Right.
So
Well, very well spoken. You need to act on those words. I agree with you. I think that was that shows sensitivity to what your mom maybe have feeling, going through, et cetera. When you get out, I wasn't quite clear from what Mr. Spears was saying. Where will you stay?
I reside with my mother.
Okay, she just raised her hand. Sounds like that's where you can be. Is that a safe place for you? And by that, I don't mean your mom is dangerous, but I mean, is it in a neighborhood where it's going to be practical to think that you're going to stay out of trouble?
Yeah, it's a safe place for me.
Okay. One of the things you did while on probation was to get pulled over for having a suspended license. What's the status of your license right now?
They're suspended. I have to get it reinstated.
Yeah, so don't drive until you get it reinstated. It's just not worth it because if you you've heard what everyone in here says. If you're arrested again and we're getting back together, there goes the first offender. So Uber it, Lyft it, get someone to drive you until you can get that license back. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I know that's like, come on, man, just let me drive to work or something like that. But it's just not worth taking that risk for your kid, for your mom, for you. You're the one who has to sit in jail. They don't have to. They just miss you. Anything you want to add?
No, sir.
Were you by any chance working at all during this time before you got locked up?
I was going to orientation, but I got locked up the day before orientation.
What orientation?
I had orientation at FedEx and I had orientation at UPS.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can line something like that up again. All right. Well, Mr. Mosley, I find that you did violate your probation in a variety of ways. I will revoke 6 months of your probation and reinstate the balance. I'm going to modify your probation so that you now have, it's 60, not 40. You're going to have 60 hours of community service, and you have to complete those within the next 6 months. So you don't have to complete them tomorrow or next week, but you got to knock them out within those 6 months. You also have to complete your anger management course within the next 2 months. So those are now probation deadlines. I made a mistake in sentencing you and just said, hey, while you're on probation, take care of this. But it's upfront that you need to do it. So you've got 2 months to take care of the anger management course and 6 months to take care of the 60 hours of community service. Obviously, you got to get that driver's license. One thing he didn't do was call the CRU. What does that mean?
That is for our contact, our supervisors who report only by contact.
Got it. So he wasn't staying in touch. All right, stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They don't make it difficult for you to do that. There's a phone number or this or that. Just don't be hard to find, be easy to find. If your probation officer is happy with how you're doing, she will stay out of your way and you'll be able to go about your business. If your probation officer is not happy with how you're doing, then stuff's going to get complicated. Okay? Any questions about any of this?
No.
Is it a daughter or a son?
A daughter.
What's her name?
Culture.
Culture. When did you last see Culture? I guess 6 months ago. More than that? You've been locked up for 6 months.
I seen her like 7 months ago.
Okay, so Culture used to be this big. Culture's going to be this big now. Mom says this big. You got to go be in Culture's life, but you got to do it in a productive way. All right, Mr. Mosley, I hope this works for you. We will see. Reminder that you do have an open case in non-complex. Do we have a case number?
It's 26 SV 000-873.
So you have who's Kamarian Mosley?
My older brother.
Your co-defendants, does he live at home with your mom too? No. How much older?
He 2 years.
Okay. Well, you and your brother are indicted or accused for, here it comes, sale of marijuana and having a firearm doing that. It dates back to something that happened in January of 25. So it's old conduct that was very recently indicted, and you have a court date in 9 days, April 30th. So let's write that down if you don't mind, Ms. Rios, for Mr. Mosley. You don't want to miss court. I think Cazzoli is your colleague.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who is Mr. Mosley's lawyer. And you've got court on the 30th. You want to not miss that.
9 a.m.?
1 p.m. Although it says jail courtroom, they think he's still in custody. So it's that jail calendar. So you don't have court that day. You can't make that date because you're not going to be in jail on that date. That was just a way to move your case forward while you were in custody.
Your court date just call me to see when it's been updated to. You actually, I say call me in about
You did?
weeks.
Great. Is it still Officer Evans? All right. So what should he call Officer Evans? All right. When you get out, call Officer Evans.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, Mom, anything else you need us to tell Kamarian? This is your chance. Anything else you need me to tell him?
No.
No? You'll take it from here?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Mosley.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna get on Zoom. You need me for news to go and present here. Thank you.
Mr. Spears, you're good to go.